Welcome back if you've been here before. Welcome if you're new. Excuse my mirror from where it is. We're going to be using Notoriously Morbid Season of the Witch Winter palette. And y'all see my face. I haven't used this in a while, and I am excited to. So this is what it looks like. The top three are the mattes. Everything else is shimmer. I don't think there's any dual chromes in here. If there is, it may be this one or this one. And these are the flakier shades in here, just these two. This color I love. This is definitely a dual chrome, because looking over here I'm seeing like a burnt copper. When I look where you are, that looks like a hot pink. So this is almost what I see in person. So that one is, this is what I see in person. This is what I see in person. But then you have this and that. So, but I'm excited to get into it. We're going to do the intro as we prime the eye. I'm going to use another lipstick applicator, put some more of this City Beauty Sangria on, because even I've had this upside down for days, y'all. It is not coming down. And it's not really thick on the lips, but it ain't moving. So I've been using a lipstick applicator to get it on. It feels so good. The PAO has passed. No, it didn't. The PAO is the 20th. Label whore. I'm a label whore. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. But I'm going to still use it till I use it up. Trust and believe that. So we're going to prime the eye, do the intro. Full face is done already. That was another video. This is my third video tonight, being August 16th. And I'm determined to get it done before tonight is over, because it is like 20 after 11 p.m. I got up not too long ago. Let it not seem strange. I am nocturnal, and so that's my life. So hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Just be who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like that you need to use a certain brand, tool, or technique, because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. Listen, I'm here to tell you, use what you want to, how you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it, because you set the standard for yourself. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what we stand for here. I hope that that resonates with you. Two things about me to know before we get started. Sometimes I curse because I curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I promise you I try to be aware of it, to say excuse me, and sometimes I don't hear it until it's already aired on YouTube, and I'm just like, troll. You really ain't hear or feel that in your throat. So, but that's about me. That's what the Crazy Troll Nation motto is. And I am just so thrilled when new people come along and they fit. Like they're just like, yeah, Crazy Troll Nation rocks. And I'm like, oh, because when I started saying the Crazy Troll Nation, you know, that was my explanation, and it came from a personal standpoint of people saying, oh, you should do this or you should do that. And I'm like, if I like it, why do you care? Like, why why, like, are you buying my stuff? Like, why are you trying to tell me how I should do things? And also, makeup is subjective, so, you know, people think different ways about different things. And so when I did Google, I looked up, you know, Crazy Troll Nation, because I didn't want to use a hashtag or a name that somebody already had. And if you look up troll here on YouTube, if you put in your search bar, there are other groups for troll stuff, and most of it is gaming. None of it is for makeup. And so I'm like, okay, Crazy Troll Nation. I looked that up. It was not there. And so I was really excited about that, to be able to use that and it not already be taken or could be mistaken for something else. I don't have a plan. We're going to take this shade. This shade is Renewal. This is one of the flaky shades, as I said. It is raining. I swiped in twice slightly and I'm tapping it and it is raining. And really I just want to see what it looks like. Look at that. That's this shade. Does that even look like that would be gold? Or does this look gold to you? To me, it looks like a lavender with, I guess, gold sparkles. A lavender with sparkles in it, but it's showing up gold. Let me know if you do this. If you sometimes just use a shadow because you want to see what it looks like on your lid. Because that's what I just did. Y'all, I was doing one of my wake ups. During my wake ups, I wake up every 90 minutes or so. And that's what I call a wake up. I'm not waking up to get up, but I do wake up every 90 minutes or so. And I watched Bestie's video, I watched Michelle's video, and then there's this uproar about Dollar Tree, which I now call the $1.25 tree, from when they raised their prices a while ago, month to month, maybe a year ago, I forget exactly when. People are in an uproar, and they're like, I'm not going to be shopping at Dollar Tree anymore. They're saying, and I don't know where they are, because the person who was doing the video, she was putting in clips from other videos. And some people were like, something on the shelf said $3. Now, mind you, the Dollar Tree, everything's supposed to be $1. But then they went up to $1.25. So I call it the $1.25 tree store. And she said it said $3 on the shelf. This shade is very, very sparkly. It stays put until you swipe in it, because then it just... We're going to go to this one because I want to see what this one looks like. And this shade is Saturnalia, like Saturn and then Alia. That's this shade. And she was saying when it rang up at the register, it said $5. And she said she said she didn't say anything about it because it was still cheaper than other places. But she was just like, oh, this is a blue. That's this shade. And other people were saying, and from wherever they were saying some of these Dollar Tree prices are higher than Walmart prices. And some were saying just keep going to Family Dollar, because Family Dollar, which I don't shop at, and I think I last been in one years ago, they were saying Family Dollar has a dollar section. And some of that stuff is the same stuff that's in Dollar Tree. Now, here's what I think about that. If you have other stuff in your store that is already more than $1, it's easier to tack on 20 cents, 30 cents to those items and still have stuff that's for $1, right? Whereas Dollar Tree, if everything is $1.25, you can't just mark up one or two things, because everything costs that same amount. Like there's no other items in the store to absorb that cost. So, Family Dollar, if something is already $5, it might now be $5.25. Something that's $8 might be $8.20. You have somewhere to go to increase prices to cover your overhead and the tariffs and still have your dollar section. And that's what I think people are not, well, some of the ones that were talking, or that this lady put in her video, from other videos, I think that's what was missing. And at least maybe two different people had said, and we know Dollar Tree, they're increasing prices, but they're not going to take care of their employees. Well, if they're increasing prices, and this is what I believe they're missing, if Dollar Tree, which I do believe is increasing prices because of tariffs, they don't have any extra money to pay their employees more money. You see what I'm saying? Like when I was talking about Family Dollar, some prices can go up and they can still have a dollar section. For Dollar Tree, there's no room to maneuver. There's no room to say, okay, we're going to put this price up and leave this the same. So it's kind of either all or nothing. But people were in an uproar, like, I'm not going to shop at Family Dollar no more. And people say, even for food, the quantities you get are so small. But they were saying, if that's what you can afford, that's what you get. You got to put food in your baby's belly. Well, not babies, because they're not in the dollar store food, but, your toddlers. And so let me know what you think about that. I really do think people are missing that Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree store, they don't have any room to maneuver to raise prices and still have left over to take care of their employees. Because because there was at least 2 people that were like, I know they're not using that extra money to take care of the employees. That extra money is going for overhead and for the prices they have to pay to get the stuff at the port. So there is no extra money. Let me know what you think about that, y'all. But people are in an uproar. And meanwhile, yesterday I had put in my calendar to go to the $1.25 tree store to get some more of those plastic containers for like my kids stuff and just other random storage things. So yeah, depending on what time I get up tomorrow, I will do that. We're now, excuse me, we're now going to take, I'm going to take this, do we want to do the green? I was going to say take the green. This is showing up green on my end, but this way it looks blue. And this is a shimmer, but I think we're going to take this one and then put this on the outer corner. This one here is Longest Night. And I could do any shade because of how this is showing up. It is a dual chrome. I could even go in with, you know, this shade, this one right here. But we're going to put this what looks to be blue to me. And it doesn't look like a blue, but it looks like something blue. Longest Night. So we're going to put that. Oh, that's pretty. Y'all know I like deep shades. So let me know what y'all are thinking about that. And do you shop at Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree store, which is now, some stuff they were like rang up like $8. And this one person showed the clip where she walked around the store and where the prices are on the shelf. She said they whited it out and wrote something like price will vary or something they did. Or it wasn't a price. They had just whited out where it said, you know, $1.25 or $1.50. And she said, can you imagine like how long and how many store employees it took to go around for each item in the store or wherever those placards were to change it? And I'm like, that is a good question. She said everywhere in the store, all of the prices were whited out. And I'm like, that's a lot. Because y'all know if y'all been in Dollar Tree, they have a lot of products. So I was like, damn. Like, y'all wonder how many employees and how long that did take to do that. And I do think it was smart, though, for them not to put a price on it. Because if prices are going to keep fluctuating, yeah, just leave it. And maybe put scanners in the store. So people can scan it and see how much it is instead of not knowing until they get to the register. And someone I think did say something about like, I don't think they said self-checkout. Maybe it was a scanner thing or something, but that would cost money too if you're going to put in scanners. I was just like surprised at the uproar. And I get it. If you're used to paying $1 for something and now it's like $3 or it says it's $3 and it rings up $5, it's like, okay, wait, what? Because a lot of people, you know, the majority of people are not in that top bracket where you can just spend money and not care. If you're budgeting and you're counting on, okay, I'm going to get 5 food items, you know, $1.25 a piece, and then everything is ringing up $2, you got to put some of them items back. You know what I mean? And I do know that some people don't have that concern, or they don't have to budget that way, and they just go and get what they want. But there are a lot of people here. I like, that is pretty. This could be the whole look if I bring it all the way out. This is really pretty. And so I do get it. I do get it. And it's not just because they're being greedy. Because some people are like, oh, they're just being greedy. No, they got to pay more to get their stuff in. And because everything is so cheap, they still got, their overhead is still the same. The items are costing more to get in, but the overhead is still the same. So where are you going to get that money to still get the stuff in and pay your overhead? You got to increase the prices. And so I get that people are in an uproar. But I do think this is the brush that had this purple shade on it, the center shade. I do think some people are missing that they are paying more to get the prices. They are paying more to get the items in the store. And I really do think some people are missing that. And I understand the concern. The employees are not getting more, but it is still costing more to get those products in the store. This way it looks blended, but like this way it doesn't. And that's what I'm trying to work on. But let me know what y'all think about that. And I know there was a time people were like boycotting Walmart. And now they're like, I'm going back to Walmart. They're like, the prices are cheaper. And you got to go where you go. I'm looking at this line right here. This side is good. So I do understand I understand uproar, but I think they're missing a point. But yeah, if you have to budget for every item you buy, yeah, I get it. I get it. But they're not doing it to be greedy. And somebody was like, this is what I agree with. And I agreed with this when I was calling it the $1.25 tree store. People are like, y'all need to change the title on the store. Outside on the building, it says Dollar Tree. They're like, y'all need to change that. And I'm like, I agree with that. I agree. I agree. But it's, y'all, this silly war is just crazy. And the ones who are co-signing this, they're the ones that don't need the budget. So it's just like, they're just so out of touch. Now we're going to take this green, which is a metallic shimmer, whatever this is. And yes, we're putting it next to a matte, which looks like it has shimmer in it because we brung this purple over. We used a brush that had that purple, and it is still, you know, shimmer in the brush. You see that? So we're going to take this green, and this is called Yule, like Yuletide carols, you know, yeah, that song. So yeah, I was just like, wow, like this is really a thing. Like people are really like pissed off, and I get it because you have a certain amount of money, and your money is going less. It's not going as far as it used to, and so I do get it. And another thing, have y'all heard? I'm sure you did. This is August 16th today. So this is not new news. And I heard it from a news channel before I started hearing it on YouTube and on Reddit. No, I first saw it on Instagram. Ulta in 2026 will no longer be in Target. And I was just like, I didn't think they belonged there anyway. And one of my friends was like, you know, if it's a rural area, then yes. If you don't have a standalone Ulta store, then yes, putting Ulta in Target in your rural area is a good thing. Where I live, I need to go past my Ulta standalone store. I need to go past the Ulta store to get to the Target that has Ulta in it. And so for me, for this location, I'm like, that didn't make sense. And just like when they had Sephora in Kohl's, I am 10 minutes from the mall, and there's a Sephora store in the mall. And so I'm going to drive another 10 or 15 minutes to get to Kohl's that has the Sephora in it. Like, I'll just go to the store. So for me, neither one of those made sense because I'm not in a rural area, and I would have to pass the standalone store to get to the store inside of a store. And so, but the comments, y'all, people were like, I didn't like Target being in there anyway. They're like, it never has the products that I wanted, and so I would have to still order online from the Ulta store. And some people were, they were coming for Target. They were like, yeah, thank you Ulta for standing on business, because Target rolled back their DEI and Ulta did not. So they were like, you weren't meant to be there anyway. And so they were like, good for you Ulta for standing on business and taking your store out of their store, because now they're supporting, you know, something that is against what you support. And so some people are like, yeah, get the heck up out of Target. But so I was just like, ooh. And so since I saw that on Instagram, now it's like all these videos about it on YouTube, and I'm just like, I knew that like yesterday. But so even though this is a shimmer, this is what I was saying earlier. I don't know if this video or another video, because it's my third one tonight, I was saying how for me, some of Notoriously Morbid's shimmers, metallics, they do function as mattes. Like this green in the pan, I always feel like I say pan funny. Like pan. This is a shimmer, but on my lid, to me, it looks like a matte. But yeah, y'all was just like, oh, they were just like, I don't know why y'all went there in the first place. And then they were saying that people who worked at the Ulta inside the Target, they were like, they didn't know anything about makeup. So you asked them a question and they don't even know. They were like, you didn't even have qualified people there to even answer your questions. If you wanted to buy something, you had a question about it, or, you know, what would be better, this or that, or whatever. So I was just like, So, and a few times I did go into the Target, like last summer, I didn't, I mean, I browsed through, not even browsed, I walked through the Ulta part just to see what it looked like, but I didn't buy anything. I don't think I purchased anything. I think I might have got a Wet n Wild brush. something simple. So this is the lid. I do have just a little bit of fallout, not a lot. And it was from this shade right here, the first shade we put on. It is still trippy how to me this came out gold, but this is how it looks in the pan. Huh. What are we going to do for... Oh, I did not put anything on my lower lash line or my inner rooms, and I just now realized that. I did a 15-minute base face video. That's when we did the base face. And usually after that, and I did my brows in that video too. Usually after that is when I do my inner rims and lower lash line. Oh, y'all, my stomach is feeling funny. I don't want to use State at Night, or do I? I'm looking for... I wasn't looking for Pool Shark. I do have a darker green. I think it's called Hellbent. Yeah, this one. We'll put this on lower lash line. We'll put this on inner rims. And so, but those are the two main things as of August 16th. You'll see this the 20th of something or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe after that. And you'll be like, girl, this is old news. I may record and upload the next day. I think I've done that twice in the last couple of weeks, because when I edited the video and I went to schedule it, I realized I didn't have anything for that day. And so one of the videos, it went up at like 7:20 because I just got done scheduling it. But usually I film and edit the same day usually. Unless now, because now it's like 20 minutes to midnight. So this will get edited tomorrow, but it'll be scheduled like later in the week. And so this will be old news, but still let me know what you think about that. What do you think about the uproar at the $1.25 tree store? And what do you think about Target? No, excuse me, Ulta leaving Target. And especially with people boycotting Target. Ulta's like, we getting the hell about in here. My eyes are tearing now, as they sometimes do when I do my inner rims. But let me know what you think of those two things. And even, it did always amaze me that the Dollar Tree was the Dollar Tree for so long. I'm like, how can they sell all this stuff for $1? Like, how much are they paying for it? Like, they have got to be paying like maybe 40 cents per item or something like that. Or it may balance out. Something may be, you know, $1.25. Something else may take 50 cents to get in. And so everything being $1, you know, it balanced out. You know what I mean? But it did always amaze me that there were stores where everything in the store was $1. I'm like, how do they do that? But I do understand most stuff is not name brand stuff. But if you need something, you need it, and you get what you can get. But now, stuff in there, they saying, and I don't know what areas they're in either, and I haven't been into my local one probably in like 3 months. And there's one near the VA hospital too. And there's another one near me that I didn't realize. So I'm like 5 minutes from one, 10 from another. And coming home from the VA hospital is one right down the street that I pass. Actually, it's near BJ's, because I do always get BJ's when I go to BJ's to get gas when I leave my leave the VA hospital when I have an appointment. And there's a Dollar Tree over there. But yeah, y'all, stuff is changing. Eye is still tearing. So let me know what you think about that. But they do need to change the title. They do need to change the name of the store. But that costs money too. You know, they get new... I don't even want to say banners, because it's not a banner. It's like actual like equipment that they attach to the wall, the brick, or whatever. But yeah, people are not happy. It's tearing upward too. I can feel it. Let me just hurry up, because in some of this flaky shade, I do think has flaked into my eye as well. I could feel it tearing like right here. I feel it going upward. Okay, let me hurry up and get done. All we gotta do is a lip and our lower lash line, or we could just leave it like this. I think we'll leave it like this, because I feel it really starting to want to let go with the tearing. We're going to take this brush and we're going to feather this out because this looks harsh. Or we can, I think we're going to take that pink shade, if that was pink. That does look a little better. See, it only takes a little bit. A brush with no shadow on it. This is a domed shape brush. And so to me, that does look different than here. I usually start where the darkest shade is because I don't want to travel the lighter shade further over that area. Yeah, I think we're going to take one of those pinks if it was a pink. Or not. I think we're just going to leave it. But you know what? This is still looking a little harsh. So we're going to take the pink if it was a pink. I didn't turn my thermostat down, screens for smacking, as low as I usually do when I start videos, and I am starting to sweat. You know what? We are going to leave this like this. We're going to leave this like this. We're not going to put another color. Okay, yeah. Oh, my eyes are tearing. Upper lash line. We are... We're going to, we just want to take a black, and I don't use this often for that. No, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take Contemplative State because it doesn't really show up. Some of my lid, it doesn't show up, but as I get up to here, it looks mustard. This is Contemplative State. We're going to use this for our upper lash line. That's going to bring a little grunge to this look because of the color of it. So it is like, as you see, it's like a mustard type shade. I don't know if we're going to wing it. We probably will. I like that. When I get over to the blues and the purples, this eye is tearing downward. I can feel it. I can feel it. And so I'm really just wanting to get this done before there's visible signs of it tearing, which means disturbing my makeup, wiping off my shadow, and anything in its way. A pop-in liner from the Lethal set would have been nice, but I want to hurry up and get this done. And I would have had to dealt with water with those. And I do love them. But I can't rush the process with that. Whereas with this, I can just, we're already done. This has that nice sharp line at the bottom, whereas this one does not. And it is skipping across my wrinkles. The pain management doctor, he was funny when he was doing my Botox for migraine prevention and treatment. There's always extra left over. So he's like, if you want something else done, let me know. And I'm like, no, this is the migraines. Just deal with the migraines. And so he tapped here and he was like, do we do your crow's feet? And I said, no, because you told me I don't have any. And so I smiled. He was like, yeah, you don't have any. Yo, I see all sorts of wrinkles here. But he said, I don't have crow's feet. And so I said to him, I started laughing. I said, so why'd you ask me if we do crow's feet? And then you told me I don't have crow's feet. Which I do, because like you see how you can see the green under here? Then when I smile, you don't. It gets eaten up in my wrinkles. But he was like, so I was like, why you ask me that to tell me I don't even have one? So that was funny. We're not going to do the mascara base. We're just going to put on mascara. I'm trying to think of a lip. I'm thinking of a green lip. Thank y'all for being here. Let me know. I don't even know if I asked y'all in this video or the previous one if you have Notoriously Morbid. Thank you to those who do use my link. Well, it's not a link, it's a code. I do appreciate that. And that is what I use to make purchases. And y'all know I always do a swatch party. I do looks. And so y'all see where y'all money goes. And it doesn't cost you anymore to use my code. But you see where your usage of my code goes. And I do really like the brand. And so I do not mind at all that it is credit. Because, you know, y'all, and I got 8 lipsticks coming. These lashes are shorter than these on this side. And I didn't realize that until like 4 or 5 months ago. What was I going to say? Oh, membership information is below. It's actually a membership link. If you click it, it will not join you. You actually have to click it. It'll show you the perks. And then if you decide to join, you have to click again. It's $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. The perk I love most is members get to make a request. Members who are watching this, what is your favorite perk? That's my favorite one, because I like you all having input into the content that I do, and not just like, oh, I'm just going to do this thing and just hope that y'all are on board with it. You know what I mean? Lip. Why am I thinking of just putting on a gloss? Because I'm rushing, because it's tearing. This does not show up this dark, but y'all know I like, oh, that's pretty. But it don't show up like that. And this is the other one that's even lighter than this one. These are MAC Lip Glass Air. MAC Lip Glass Air. So they're like the non-sticky. And the other three I got a super light that I do like the look with the lip liner. Y'all like, girl, you like, your favorite lipstick is black. Why the hell do you have these? I know, y'all. I don't know if it was the packaging or what, but when I saw these, I'm like, I want that. What we are going to do, though, we're going to line our lips with, and I seldom line my lips. I did buy 3 lip liners, too. This is not one of the new ones. Let's use one of the new ones. We're going to take, this one is Night Moth, and it is MAC Lip Glazer, it says. And I'm like, why? I said, I don't line my lips often. Why am I buying lip liners? I don't use gloss often. Why am I buying the lip glass? Because the lip glass is a gloss. I was really tripping. Like, why? I took my happy tan ass up in there and bought this stuff, the swatches. Made a purchase. Their darker one, this is the second to the darkest. Their darkest is Root For Me. This was not available. So this is the color of it. So you see how Root For Me is a little darker. It wasn't in the store. They had the display. They sold out. And I see why, because it was the darkest one. And these lip glazers, it's a glossy lip liner. I bought 3 of them. 2 in the store. 1 in the store? The one in the store, yeah. And then I purchased this one online. This one I got in the store. I'm like, girl, you don't line your lips that often in general. You seldom use lip glosses. And you in here buying lip liners and lip glosses. And I got these little squirt things. These are lip gloss sticks. It says they're plumping lip gloss sticks. I don't see the plumping. And maybe because my lips are full anyway. And also I don't pay attention. Because I did notice with the City Beauty plumping lip gloss, I do see a difference. Because I'll see the lines in my lips, and then after I put the gloss on, wait like 10 minutes, I don't see the lines in my lips. So now we're going to put this on. We're blending this without doing it in a way where it gets outside of my lip line. Some people will use their finger to do it. I don't like using my fingers for makeup. So that was Night Moth. This is Sublime, and it's, excuse me, it is described as a plum with red scatter pearl is what it says. And it does look pretty in here, but of course it's a gloss, and so it ain't going to be a lot going on. It's nice though. Oh, and they smell good. Every time I open these, I'm like, oh, I can smell it. Smells good. Turn off the fan for a little bit. When I turn that off, it is so quiet in here, and I can hear my refrigerator humming. When it's on, I just hear that fan. When I turn it off, I'm like, wow, it is really. You gotta admit that's cute. I do take these with me when I go out, so if I do, you know, my lipstick is ruined, which it never does because there's always a liquid lipstick and they stay. But I always do take one of these just as a what if. I like this look, y'all. So we used, let me get that clear off of there, Season of Witch Winter. And I do think this is what some people would consider a winter lip. And this is the look, these are the shades. She cute. I am just hella adorable. Why did I put that away? So I need that for a picture. And the lip liner's there. So we're gonna go. Stuff is popping up over here for you to watch. Let me know what you think about the stuff I talked about. And honestly, right now, and I don't remember. I talked about the Dollar Tree stuff and Ulta leaving Target in 2026, which is soon because the day is August. So they got like what, September, October, November, December. So they got 4 months to pack up and get the hell out of there. So, but let me know what y'all think. Hang out, watch something that's popping up. And there's a lot of content on my channel. So whenever you have free time, you want to see something, want to be entertained, you know, just click on my channel. I have a lot of playlists, a lot of videos, a lot of stuff for you to see. Everything is labeled accordingly to help you find if you're looking for something specific. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.